Alright, so I'm here with Josh from Mythic, who's talking to me about Warhammer Online. Just for people who haven't heard about the game, give us a bit of a background, how it's gone. You've been developing it for a couple of years now, right?
Yeah. Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning is a next-generation, massively multiplayer online role-playing game that's taking the realm versus realm combat system that we initially developed with Dark Age of Camelot 7 years ago and bringing that into the modern era.
Okay.
And we're taking everything that we've done with RVR before and really expanding it. We're bringing it into the main section of the game world. Everything that you do in this game is actually part of the war effort.
Right.
So that's really the core driving philosophy behind the game.
And yeah, from what you said already, it seems to be quite combat based. It's always there's wars going on. That's the main driving thing about the game.
No dancing, no knitting, no playing a flute.
That's a shame.
No running. Well, yes. Well, it's only a shame if you're the kind of person that, in preparation for battle, plays a flute. Everything that you do in this game is focused around war. We like to say war is everywhere, and so that means that everything that you're doing, the crafting system, war focus. Obviously, RVR very focused on the war. All the quests that you're a part of are contributing to the war effort. Everything you do in the world is focused on the idea that this is eternal, never-ending combat. A quest for conquest and power, entirely focused around fighting.
The Warhammer universe is so rich, and I mean, how do you decide to put what in and what to include?
A lot of fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, pre-production was an interesting time for us because we have a lot of hardcore Warhammer fans on the team. You know, all the way from the top down. Mark Jacobs is an old school Warhammer fan. You know, he's known the Games Workshop guys for years, and as a result, everybody kind of had their favorite thing that they were clamoring for. But in the end, we had to pick the things that made the most sense for launch races. Obviously, fans like myself that really love the Skaven. We'll have to wait until another time.
Okay.
They're in the game; they're just not playable yet.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, those original decisions were really driven by what made the most sense for launching this world.
But that's something you can do in the future. Let's talk about where the game is at now. And is it closed beta right now? Open beta coming up?
We're in closed beta. We've been in beta for about a year now. We've been getting a ton of help from the testers. We really look at them as part of the development process. They're not just there, hanging out and playing the game. They're really contributing to that process. And so what we'll actually do is we'll have them play for a set amount of time. We'll take a lot of their constructive criticism, and we'll really review that and decide, you know what, they're right. We need to make changes. And we've done that a couple of times now, where we've gone back and we've decided to spend a couple of months just responding to player feedback.
And do you think it's going to be the kind of deal where if you pre-order the game, you get access to that beta, or how's that going to work?
If you've pre-ordered the collector's edition, and we've actually sold out in Germany now, you will definitively be in the open beta.
Right.
So I believe I think the number is 50 or 55,000 units of that in Europe. So you can basically assume there are at least 55,000 people getting into the closed beta.
And it's obviously a very kind of crowded market, the MMORPG. If there's one feature that sets your game apart, what would you kind of describe it as?
Absolutely the realm versus realm system. Right. If I can use a little philosophy here for a moment, if you think of traditional gameplay, if you back away from video games completely for a moment, and you think about the types of things that people have used as play sort of methods for the past thousands of years. There are two things. They're cooperative and social. You play them with other people, and they're competitive. You play them against other people. In our game, you have to cooperate. You can't succeed completely in this game. You can't invade a city on your own. You need to work with other people, and you need to work with them on a large scale. And it's competitive. You're always playing against other people. So in that regard, it's actually much closer to sports than it is to any other MMO on the market. So if you're a fan of the World Cup, you'll like our game.
That's a good way to put it. All right, thanks, Josh. We'll let you carry on. We'll go have a look at the game now.